have your ball and your weights handy, but we'll just start with shoulder rolls. Add those elbows into it. Add your chest into it, so you round and then squeeze open, round the upper back and then squeeze it open, wider stance, bigger arms, maybe a little move side to side, one arm at a time, like you do in a backstroke, as if you are doing backstroke. Good. Couple more like that. And then turn that into a step touch and pick up your pace, make your arm movement a little bit smaller. We're doing the hairbrush. I think I told you I'm a college friend was a disco girl. She taught me this one move. Well, the upper body, not the lower. Hands on your hips. Keep that step touch going. Give me bicep curl. In a moment, we'll go 2 steps to the left in 4, 3, 2. As always, if I'm going too fast or too slowly, more likely, feel free to do your own pace. Sometimes I probably go faster to one side and slower to the other because it's easier. Good. Stay here, step touch only. Press your arms forward as your toes tap forward. Good. Bring those arms up, hold them up. Shrug those shoulders out of your ears, add a knee lift, pull down. Arms are going to come up and over. We're going to cross that knee. In a moment, we'll stay on the left and double time. 4, 3, 2. Two more. Step touch. All right, in a moment, we'll take 2 to the right, 4, 3, here you go. Stay here, step touch only. Hands on your hip. Toes in front, press it forward. Actually, you know what? Pull it back. Work that upper back. Welcome, Melanie. Arms pull down, knees come up. Up and over. In a moment, we'll double time and stay on the right in 4, 3, 2. Two more. Step touch. Where are you going? You're going to slide off of it. It's just her Superman if you guys didn't see that. All right, hands back on those hips. Roll those shoulders. Keep those legs wider. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice wide legs, hands on your thighs. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Sorry, I don't know what that was. Testing earthquake gravity. Drop your right shoulder in. Let's bring that left arm up, reach, and bring it down. Shoulders back and down. Opposite arm. Lift it. Bring it down. Roll through a cat. Inhale through a cow. Roll through a cat. Inhale through a cow. One more time. Cat. Cow. Big deep breath in. Exhale, bring that down. Let's just grab that ball for now. Chair handy, you may or may not want to use it, you can decide. Weights handy though. Put that ball between your shins, walk your feet into parallel so they end up underneath your knees, which are underneath your hip bones. And we're just doing heel raises. So as always, when you do those heel raises, try and take a moment at the very top to pause. And when you come down, try not to plunk down or land too hard on your heels. Now, if you want to add on, grab your weights, keep that going, and we do a shoulder raise. Elbows are right in front of your shoulders, fingers reaching to the sky. I know mine go out of your vision, sorry. It's a little harder to make that lower down with control. So we're just going to do 4 more super slow motion. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Down, down, down. 2, lift, 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 hold. And last one, we go up, 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 up. Hold, 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 come down slowly if you can. Pull those shoulders out of your ears. Let's bring that ball up. So now it's between those thighs. Bend that right knee, stretch that left leg out, and come in. This is all we're doing to start with. And then again, you're going to take that weight into that left hand to match the left arm. And we're going to give it a little Popeye bicep curl. Reach to the side, squeeze up and in. When you come up, squeeze that ball. Squeeze this glute, squeeze that thigh. You should really feel that one. And that elbow, you can see, is far away from my body. So when I do that bicep, I'm not getting my typical support of having it in close. Since it's a light weight, adding that little bit of challenge. My hand on this chair, as gentle as possible. Last 2 like this. Good. Last one, leave the leg out, leave the right knee bent, left arm is here, lift that left leg, balance for a moment, tap, lift. Arm is kind of in a 90, elbow leads the way, so let your elbow go up a little higher than your hand. Hopefully you feel this in that deltoid, I do. Whee. Last 2, last one. Roll that shoulder up, back, and down. Spin the ball so it's behind your right leg now and in front of your left. Hands on your hips for now. Reach back with that left leg. Make sure it's nice and straight and then squeeze in. Reach back and squeeze in. Turn your thumb to face the sky. When your leg goes back, lift your arm to shoulder height. Stretch, reach. Woo! I hope you feel that in that right glute. Bend that right knee. So make sure that you're not tipping forward and you're not just tapping the leg back and standing here, right? That right leg bends, you sit into it and then stand up. Sit down. Imagine you have a chair right behind that right glute. Good. One more time. Stretch it back. Lift that leg off the ground. Bend that right knee. Hold that weight. See if you can balance. Woo! Ow! Bring that up. We're not quite done on this side. Now that ball spins so that your ball is in front of the right quad and behind the left. You're going to tap the ball in, or the toe in front and come back, right? Meanwhile, left arm in that right angle, a little bit away from the body, extend it back. When you tap forward, extend the arm back. And I had a little bit of a death grip on the chair, so be nicer to your chair. So make sure your arm is never coming in front of your body. It's behind you, it goes to the hip. It's behind you, it goes to the hip. Tricep extension. Sorry, I should have said that. I'm leading, as you can see, with my very proper pinky, with that pinky to the back. 2 more. Good, reach, turn your palm to the back, bend your elbow, straighten, and we're gonna tap and straighten, tap and straighten, tap and straighten, tap and straighten, and bring it up. All right, we get to do all of those things on the other side, so spin your chair if you like. And we'll see if I can remember everything. Thank heavens Carol's here today in case I don't. All right, so we start with just that lunge, reach, and stand up. Lunge, reach, and stand up. Then you're going to take one weight into your right hand. We do that Popeye curl. Fingers gentle on that chair. And you really reach with that foot though. Two more. Good, reach. Bring that arm out to the side, lift that leg. We're gonna lift and tap, lift and tap. Arm leading with the elbow, a little bit of a bend. So we feel it right there in that deltoid. Good, hold. And bring that down. All right. Now we bring that ball so it's behind the left hamstring and in front of the right quad. We're going to do that bend and lift. Bend and lift. Thumb up. When you reach back, thumb comes up. And you should really start to feel that one pretty quickly in that left glute. Two more. Good, sit into it, lift here. I forgot what we did. Hold, hold, hold. And bring it up. Woo, all right. Now we walk it around. So now that right leg is in front, left leg is behind. We bend that left knee and we tap in front. Tap in front. Left arm off to the side. Hand is right at your hip. Extend back as you bend. So remember, this is that tricep extension. Be gentle on that chair. Almost there. Good. Reach that leg forward. Bring that knuckle to face me. Tap and straighten, tap and straighten. I can't get the coordination. I feel like a monkey. And bring that up. Woo, all righty. Let's go back. Have your chair handy, your weights are handy. We're going to bring that ball right between the quads again, inner thighs. Bring your feet into parallel, abs in, come up on those tippy toes, bend your knees forward a little bit, slide down an imaginary wall. You can probably bend deeper than I can. Squeeze the ball as hard as you can, come back up. Bend and squeeze and up. Bend and squeeze and up. Keep that going. So feel free to bend more than I am. Good. One more. Last one, end up in that bent knee position, lower your heels, lift your heels. So I'm not bending and straightening my legs. I'm just lifting and lowering my heels. So I get some calf work here, more calf work. And relax. All right, let's stretch out those calves. So step back with that right foot. Make sure the foot is pointed straight ahead. Bend your left knee, lunge. You're pressing your right heel down, you're lunging into your left leg. Bend that right knee a little bit, roll it up. Turn your toe in and your heel out and lunge. Bend it, roll it up. Toe out, heel in, lunge, and bend. And we'll roll up. We're going to step back with the left leg, toes pointed straight ahead, lunge into your right knee. And that left knee. Ooh, roll it up. Let's turn toe out, heel in this time. Make sure the hip comes with you so it's not twisted. Point both hips forward. Bend that knee. Roll it up, turn your toe in, heel out, lunge it. Bend that knee. And roll it up. All right. Let's get into some hamstrings here. So we're going to bring that ball behind your right leg and hold it nice and securely. I'm going to slide that chair a little bit. You're going to bend your left knee so that you can get a flat back. Raise that right leg to the sky. Good. Palm is facing the back. You're going to give me a rowing motion. Then you're going to extend up. So we're going to row and extend, putting a little bit of tricep and a little bit of shoulder blade movement here. And you squeeze that ball at the top. Now, if at any point you want to rotate the palm to face you, row and then tricep, that's fine. We're kind of working all those angles. And that hamstring, I hope you feel this by now. My left side is feeling it too. 2 more. Beautiful. Take a quick break. Set those things down for a moment. Step out with your right leg, bend that left knee flat back, roll the right toes up, stand it up, come right back up. Grab that ball again, bend it, knees together, but right leg slightly behind the left when both knees are bent. Squeeze the ball, just hamstring curl. Bring that arm out to a half a V, give it a lift as you squeeze. Good. Now bring your arm down, bring that leg out to the side, and you're going to bring your pinky up with it. So a little bit of an angle, should be getting some rear deltoid. If you want to, you can hinge forward a little bit and get a little bit more of an angle on that leg. So it's not just off to the side, it's a little bit behind you too, kind of on the same angle as the arm. Left knee is quite bent. Squeeze that ball at the top, squeeze that weight at the top. Two more. Good. Hold at the top, squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Oh, and relax. Right leg, ankle goes across the left thigh. Stick the tailbone out, bend that left knee. Give it a little round and shake. And then round it under and press away, and then stick it out again. Ooh, goodness gracious. We get to do that on the other side. So you're going to spin your chair around. Don't hit any animals in the way, on the way. Neatness. Right. So again, that ball this time is going behind the left side. I'm going to scoot that chair out in front of you. And we press up and we squeeze. We press up, we give it a squeeze at the top. And when you're ready, you add row and extend. Row and extend. Right knee is quite bent. Again, I started with my knuckles facing the back, or excuse me, palm facing the back, knuckles in front. You can do it with the pinky to the sky, totally up to you. You can alternate those two things. Almost there. And relax. Again. again, we'll take a quick break here. Left leg steps out to the side, bend that right knee. Long flat back, toes roll up. Beautiful. Bring that back. All right. Ball comes behind that left leg again. Both knees bend. We start with just that hamstring curl. Squeezing in. You want to add on. Weight in your left hand. It's a tiny lift, tiny lift. Out in half a V, we call it. Beautiful. All right, from there, that leg can flare just to the side, right? And that arm is going on that weird angle, or you can tip forward a little bit and bring that leg on that angle along with the arm. Right knee is bent. Keep that going for me. Hang on. Hospital calls and stuff, so I just need to make sure it's not. You guys keep going. Whatever. Yeah. No, 619-315-5383. Thank you, bye. Are y'all done?
2 more. That's it.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I missed all that. All right, when you're ready, left ankle across the right thigh, extend that back. And sure enough, it wasn't a spam call, it was the Walker people calling me on my home phone. I don't even know how to have the home phone number. Round it under, extend it out. Beautiful. Bring that up. All right. We are coming down. We're going to bring our ball and our weights with us, please. Okay. So let's just first come into a seated position. We're going to bring that ball behind us, right at our sacrum, a little bit of support. So we're going to kind of keep our heart rates up for just a second, or let them come down slowly. Hands right out in front of you. Give it a little hinge back, and we're doing that quick little rotation. Back arm lifts, front arm rotates. So when you rotate to me, the arm goes down and stretches towards me, and the back arm lifts up. And relax. All right, we're going to move that ball a little bit farther now, so it's kind of underneath our low back. Weights are still handy. Hug those knees in and find that place that you could lift those legs, shins parallel, but knees are just really close to your chest. And then you can give yourself some support with your hands. Try not to let those shoulders roll up out of your ears. And then a little side to side with those knees. If you want to, add a straight leg can at the end. Or if you want, you can be straight-legged the whole time, but notice your knees start to move away. So keep them nice and close. Good. Then bring those legs down. And you're going to take one more roll so that ball now comes underneath your shoulder blades. Sorry. Okay. Shoulders back and down, head nods yes, back of the neck is nice and long. We're gonna, I'm a little bit afraid to move my arms, sorry. We're gonna bring those arms overhead and you should feel a little extra challenge. Pull the belly button in. And we're gonna crisscross at the wrists, cradle our head, and we're gonna inhale up and over, ribs are gonna pop, and then we're gonna exhale to close. Inhale up and over, exhale to close. Keep that going for me. So this is that negative to neutral. Now, if you want to make this even more fun and exciting, grab a weight. You still want to crisscross and cradle your head and hold that weight with both hands and see how much that adds. You can do it with 2 weights, but I don't advise it. Good, last 2. On this last one, I want you to pause halfway, so you're not down and you're not up, you're just stretching through your fingers, and then relax. And the good news is you get to roll that ball completely out from under you now, put it between your knees, arms up overhead, nod your head yes, and sweep those arms out into a just easy little T position here for a moment. When you're ready, exhale, pull the belly button in to lift the knees up. You're in tabletop, deep breath in, exhale, staple that belly button to the spine. On the inhale, float those toes to the ground. So we're doing our toe touch. Good, put your feet on the ground, bridge up, lift your hips. We're gonna do that toe touch again, but this time we're in that unstable environment, right? So we find that those legs in tabletop. Option to lift your hands and see how that unstable environment feels. And then maybe put them back down before you attempt your toe touches. Keep those abs in, those ribs and hips close together. Keep that going for me. I'm gonna see if I can move to a place where I can see y'all instead of just a cat body. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Couple more here, because we have one more version of toe touches. All right, this last version, you have the choice to keep the ball underneath your hips or lose the ball, because you instead are going to add a weight below your shins or below your knees, between your shins. So you can do it flat, or you can bridge up and be on that ball. I'm not going to do that today. Abs in, ribs close to your hips, couple more. And relax. Let's take one leg straight, give the other a quick little hug in, and then switch them up. Other knee comes in, other leg straight. Beautiful. Both feet on the ground. Let's grab a single weight. Hold on to it with our hands right above us. Deep breath in. Exhale, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Inhale, reach those arms overhead. Feel that challenge. Exhale, back down again. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Adding on. Pretty simple. Just take a ball in between your thighs. As you exhale, you squeeze the ball. You keep the squeeze as you inhale, arms overhead. You exhale, still squeezing, and release the squeeze when you come down. So we squeeze, lift, extend, still squeezing, and come down. Exhale, lift, inhale, squeeze, exhale down, deep breath in, exhale, lift, inhale, reach and squeeze, exhale down 2 more times, exhale, lift, inhale, squeeze, exhale down, last time, we lift, we squeeze, we stay, we put those legs in tabletop, then we extend those legs, we reach those arms overhead, then we bend and tap the ball to the weight. If you want, you can move that ball a little farther down your leg, reach, and then bend. I'm not bending too well today, so imagine both legs are bending. Good. Keep that going for me. So it's basically double leg stretch. You guys know this. Again, you go from a bent knee tabletop position, both legs extend and reach. Nutmeg is lifting weights, if you can see her. Or chewing on them. 2 more times, and then you're gonna hold that extension. So again, you have that ball down between your legs somewhere. You have that weight maybe over your head. You're reaching, you're holding for 4, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 1, and bend. All right, we're gonna go into a bridge, maybe. So you're gonna bring those weights onto your hip flexors. Hold them down with just 2 fingers. Walk your feet parallel with your knees, which are parallel with your hips. And here we are, we're just gonna drop and lift, drop and lift. And relax, adding on. We're gonna take that ball, we're gonna squeeze it between our knees. We're gonna put both weights on our left hip. Then again, you're gonna hold that down, you're gonna straighten out your right leg and come into a bridge. So from here, you're gonna come down with the right leg up, come down, squeeze the ball. Down with the hips, up with the leg, squeeze the ball at the top. Down, lift, squeeze, down, lift, squeeze. If that's too much coordination, just do what you can. It can't possibly be too much coordination for you guys. That left glute should really feel it though. 2 more. Hold it up, squeeze the ball, and relax. And then we're going to bend that right knee. Ball between both knees, both weights on your right hip. Left leg is extended straight. We're holding those weights in place. And here we are. We tap the hip down, the left leg lifts up. We reach down and reach, down and reach. Couple more. Last time, lift it up, squeeze and relax. Ah, beautiful. Both weights out to the side for a moment. Hug both knees in, take a quick little break, maybe take a rock side to side, loosen up that low back, maybe draw some circles on the ceiling, go both ways. Beautiful. All right, let's put our weights in our hands again. Let's bend the knees, and even if you want to, you can put that ball between your inner thighs. So weights are in your palms and they're down on the ground. Your knuckles are on the ground. Deep breath in. Maybe walk your feet a little bit forward so you don't have as sharp an angle in your knees. Deep breath in. Exhale, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground and drag your knuckles along the ground so that you can sit up nice and tall, roll up position. Exhale, roll it back down, squeeze that ball. Now you are welcome to keep your knees bent or straighten them out, totally up to you. We're just exhaling, rolling through that range of motion, inhaling at the bottom, exhaling to roll, and just keep that going for me, please. That too. Corner of the screen, 5 o'clock. Last 2. And last one, when you sit up, we're going to leave that there and let go of your weights. We're going to bring that ball right underneath us so we can sit up really nice and tall for our little spine stretch here. You're going to walk your feet out, a little bend in your knees. Mostly make sure you don't have a fold in your hips. So sit up, or in your waistline. Sit up, sit up, sit up. And then exhale, give me a hinge forward. I don't know what's with Nutmeg today. Good. Nutmeg. You can see her just at the corner of the screen there. And yeah, now we're off the laptop. And good. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders roll up, back, and down. We're gonna roll off that ball. We're gonna roll over, bring both weights with you. You're gonna face me. You're gonna stack those knees up as we normally would do for our lamb, but your bottom ankle is on the ball. All right, so waistline lifted, lift that top leg. Keep the heels together. Now, a little challenge here. Can you lift the bottom leg, leave it where it is, and hold there? So in other words, that bottom leg is just hovering in space as that top leg lifts. You should get a little bounce, maybe a little shake. Right, so I'm not dropping that bottom knee, I'm keeping it parallel if I can. 2 more, and relax. Ooh, I hope we felt those. So we're gonna spin over and do the same thing. Actually, you know what? Let's just go for it right here. Straighten that bottom leg out. Put the top leg in front on the ball. Have your weights where you can reach them. This elbow right underneath the shoulder, push back, lift up out of it, engage those lats, lift it up, side plank position. Grab a weight if you want, but if you're gonna fall, then don't do that. You could reach overhead and scoot the ball 1 inch toward you. Reach overhead and scoot the ball 1 inch towards you. Reach and scoot, reach and scoot. 2 more, and gently, if possible, bring it down. Ooh, now we're going to the other side. All right, so we'll start with that ball underneath the ankle of the bottom leg. And we're in those 90-degree angles as much as possible. Waistline off the ground, both weights on that top thigh. And we pivot open. Now our challenge is to lift that bottom leg parallel and still keep this pivot on the top leg. And relax. Ooh, go ahead with that ball still under the ankles, straighten that bottom leg. Create some space for that top leg. Protect this shoulder by pushing back, lifting up out of it. Top leg goes on that ball and then lift it up. Option to grab a single weight if you want. And you lift it overhead and your hips come a little higher and your feet come a little closer. If you're going to fall over like I did, don't do that. Or do it without the ball underneath you. A couple more times for me, please. And then come on down. 1 weight on each side of your mat. Put the ball out front for now. And lie down. Let's stretch out those legs. Get nice straight legs. Lift your quads and your knees, but push all 10 toenails into the ground. Put your hands on top of the ball. Bring your forehead to the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale. Press down to lift just from that first rib. And then squeeze the ball back without really coming much higher. And come back down. Deep breath in. Exhale, press. Inhale, rotate back and down. So the rotation or squeeze is between my shoulder blades. I'm still keeping most of my torso on the ground. Just lifting up maybe that top third or more. So not much lower back yet. Just mostly posture stuff. Last time, press down. Squeeze the shoulders back, 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 hold here, and relax. You can leave that ball where it is, reach around, grab those weights, and once again, our palms are facing the ceiling and the weights are on top of them. Keep some nice long fingers. You'll first notice those shoulders roll forward, so let's lift the shoulders, Lift the shoulders, and now we'll keep them there. Deep breath in. Exhale, drag the knuckles along the ground to reach and lift your upper body. When you get to the top, lift your arms a little higher, rotate the hands together, and exhale down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift, stretch, reach, rotate, and down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift, stretch, rotate. Come on. Good. Keep that going for me. Lift, stretch, rotate, and down. 2 more. Last time. Lift, stretch, rotate, palms or pinkies to the sky, hold, feel some tricep, and relax. And then finally, we will sit back in that resting position. If you want to, you can take your ball, so you create a little extra space between the knees, behind the knees, arms preferably down by your side. Maybe give yourself a little foot massage. And then we're going to press it up. We're going to flip around. We're going to leave that ball in the center of the mat for a minute. Put both weights on your mat. Put your feet on that. So I'm pretty close to the front of the foot. Roll those out. We're just going to roll the length of your feet as much as possible. You can go one leg at a time. That's a little easier. And sit tall while you're doing it. Keep a little bit of weight on your foot, so you're actually getting massage. For a little bonus, put your foot on the sticky uppy edge of the dumbbell, the end of the dumbbell, and that will get in between some of those bones and ligaments. You could rotate your toes outward, you could rotate your toes in. This should feel amazingly wonderful for those little tootsies. And then relax. You can leave those weights on each side of your mat and go ahead and roll down. Bring that ball behind your right leg for me, please. Give it a nice squeeze. Left leg is nice and straight. Bring that right knee in and let it rotate a couple times open. And then we'll go the other way. Beautiful. We'll leave that right leg over to the right and give it a big tug. Notice how your left hip wants to lift up. So press it back down. Maybe get some movement through that right ankle. And then bring that all back through center, reach down, pull back with those toes, play with those toes for a minute. Then you're going to roll that ball all the way up, lift up with it, come back with it, flex through that heel, roll the ball back down behind your knee, give it a hug, and squeeze it up and in and over, up and in and over. So you're getting that nice stretch. Slide one hand under your right weight. And if you'd like, twist over to your left. You can even take the weight that's on that left side, put it on top of your thigh for a deeper twist. As you come back through center, open that right leg up, thread your needle, you can leave the ball there, hug that left leg in, point and flex through those left toes as you straighten it out. And then finally, you're going to move that ball to behind the left knee, cross the right one all the way over, hands slide under both weights, and then you'll drop the knees to the left. And again, while you're over there, if you want, you can put that weight on your right top hip, which is your right one. Then put that left weight back down, come back through center, right leg straightens out, it should feel better. Hug that left knee in, and we'll draw some circles here, both ways. And then we'll rotate through that ankle. We'll bring it all back through center. We're going to roll that ball up, point it, flex it, come down, bring it back again, hug it in, bring it up and over, slide that left hand under the left weight, and again, stay here, or if you want, bring it into a twist. If you want, put that weight on top of the thigh. And then you come back through center, right leg up, rotate through that ankle, point and flex, thread your needle, bring that ball behind the right leg, bend it, Left over right, hands slide under those weights, and we sneak over to the right for a twist. Once again, you have the option to take that weight that's on your right side, put it on that top hip. Beautiful. Come on back through center. You're going to make your way onto your hands and knees, please. Let's roll through a cat and a cow. Couple times. Give a little twist through the hips. And then tuck those toes, lift it up, pedal out those heels, please. Good. Go to a wide stance or easy stance. Roll through cat, roll through cow, bring it on up, and we curtsy. And we curtsy.